It's an honor to be here tonight. We're about to have a serious conversation. I hope y'all ready. I want to know if you want to do the work. Having a real good conversation tonight. Happy Friday. Ooh, we made it. Everybody a little bit of time, to hop on in. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to hop on in. Tonight, SpeakLyfe Talks podcast is yet here again with another episode. If you're not, make sure you're tuning in on all my platforms at Just Speak Life. You can tune in if you're on Facebook from the SpeakLyfe Talks podcast platform. If you're on IG, listen, at Just Speak Life. Click the link in my bio, and it will take you directly to the platform, and you are more than welcome to just, hit that link, log in, create your a profile, and then you can chat. You can chat in the inbox. Look, I can't even say my words. You can chat in the inbox, and we can talk, or you can just like and you can share with all of your people and let them chime in on these great discussions that I like to have. So I'm gonna just give you like a couple more minutes, maybe 2 more minutes, and we ain't gonna prolong the situation. We're gonna have this conversation, and we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow together. I hope y'all ready. If I could use this moment, this space and time to be an added inspiration to your life, so be it. Just meditate on these words.
Speak life, let it live outside of you. Don't be afraid, no, don't create excuse. Because what God has for you, it is for you.
What's up, y'all? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I am the one, the only one, Jackie B, the SpeakLyfe advocate, the conduit between you and the source. And I am so happy to be here on yet another Friday night having these conversations with you. For me, it kind of really helps with, with my growth. It's a part of, my reflecting on what I've done for the week. It also assists with how I plan to maneuver moving forward in the new week, and all that good stuff. So I'm glad that so many of you choose to tune in and have conversation, whether you're delegating conversation amongst you and your people or with me. So if you guys may or may not hear my background, but I love, one thing I love about me is I enjoy being outside from time to time. So there will be moments where you'll hear a lot going on in my background nature wise, because I'm outside like I am right now. I'm outside. It's about that good air, and right now it feels really good out here in Atlanta, Georgia. Today was a busy day for me, but it was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. And our topic for tonight is all about doing the work, right? And, before I go into the topic, I just want to share some announcements. I don't know who's all tuned in. If you're tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for embarking on this conversation with me. I actually started a challenge the top of this month. It was called the, Why I Smile challenge. And the challenge was more so about you just, embracing yourself. If a lot of you are new to my platform is all about owning your dopeness, elevating your faith while being you. That's what LYFE stands for, letting your faith evolve. Elevating your faith while being who you are in your exact moment of life, living your truth, being yourself, just owning all your dopeness. Why? Because we spend more than enough time in this world, in this life, dealing with people who love to point out our flaws. And because they point out our flaws and the negatives that they see, quote unquote, or in, big parentheses, whatever you want, asterisk. Yeah. They spend so much time, or society spends so much time pointing out our flaws in a negative manner and aspect. I really feel it's important and it's imperative that you take time out to really spend time with yourself and what area of life you are at this particular moment, and just start speaking some good things into yourself or to yourself, and have a real conversation with you about how you feel about yourself, whether it's beautiful words or it's ugly words. Whatever it is, it's your truth at that current moment. And then from that moment, put yourself in a position to start building yourself up. And you really have to start being your greatest fan, your biggest coach, all of that. It's important for you to really start seeing you before depending on someone else to see them. So the goal was to start this Why I Smile challenge, was to simply do that, so people can really start acknowledging themselves, so people can really start seeing what people like me, who randomly walking down the street, come across an individual I ain't never met a day in my life, and just be like, hey, you know what? You are beautiful. You're pretty. Or even for men, because men need it too. You're handsome. I like what you have on. You got to think, these people take time out of their day to put themselves together. We do not know what they're going through. We do not see what they're going through on a daily basis. So for people to come outside, and some may be struggling to just do that, for them to come outside and at least put one foot in front of the other to try and do the best that they can to live this life that they're living. It's nice to be acknowledged. So that was my goal for the Why I Smile challenge. I wanted you to send me your best picture for the Why I Smile challenge with your biggest smile, most beautiful smile. I wanted you to, follow me on my platforms, and I wanted you to use 3 hashtags, SpeakLyfe, SpeakLyfe Talks, and Why I Smile. And I wanted you to send me a story of that smile. Why do you choose to smile? We did not get any, submissions as of yet, but that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Any great thing you choose to start and you stay adamant about, you just got to keep going. You got to keep going, because whether one comes or none comes, that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It does not mean that you should smile any less. It does not mean that you are not worth the prize that I was going to give, which was $200. And even still, whether you didn't win the $200 or whatnot, just to acknowledge you, just to see your smile, just to know that, it could be so different, but thank God it isn't. and somebody else sees you. Somebody else sees you, This platform for me, it's so healing. It's so healing because, let's be real, every day is not a perfect day for me. Every day is not, I'm happy, joy. It's not. It's really not. And my platform is not set up to be fake. I choose to not be fake. I choose to be as authentic as I am supposed to be, as authentic as I feel myself to be, as authentic as God is to me. And if God is as authentic as God is coming, why should I be any different, So I am choosing to keep the Why I Smile challenge ongoing, and I'm going to try to change it up a little bit, bring some other ideas and try to collaborate with other entities who may have some really great ideas to push the envelope, because I really want people that are out here struggling with their smiles, or they're not so sure, or they're feeling indifferent about themselves, to understand that you have a platform that is created as a safe place for you to be who you are in the process of your healing. To know that you do not have to be ashamed of your smile. To know that you do not have to look away. To know that you have a space where your smile, you, yourself, your existence is fully accepted. And I embrace you with a mother's love. I don't have children, but I know what it's like to embrace someone with genuine, pure, intentional love. And that's what I want on my platform. That's what I desire, because that's what I choose to give myself. Even on my hardest days, I choose to give myself that pure, authentic mother's love. And then my mother gives me that pure, authentic mother's love. Sometimes it be a little crazy, but I love her nonetheless. Yeah, for real. Okay? Yeah, okay. Anyway. Oh, somebody trying to hit me up on my phone. Glad I put it on Do Not Disturb. Anyway, moving forward. So, speaking of my platform, SpeakLyfe Talks is in preparation of getting a facelift. Yes, I'm so excited. I have been working on trying to figure this out for the longest, and I finally figured it out. Thank God. Okay, so here's the thing. I've been wanting to do live interviews. I am definitely going to do live interviews on my Facebook fan page as far as video. Right now, the podcast is strictly audio. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to fuse the two. And I also wanted to take call-ins. And with this platform that I currently have, shout out to Spreaker, not to say that I can't do it, but because I don't have all of the necessities or the software and hardware to make certain things happen as I would like them to, it's just not feasible. So I needed to research and find other platforms that would allow me to do such things as I'm planning. So I found that platform, thank God. So my show will still go on every other Friday, every second and fourth Friday. So we don't have a show. I won't have a show this upcoming Friday, nor will I have a show the first week of Friday. Anyway, the first week of the new month, May. I won't have a show this coming Friday and the first Friday of May. Okay. And I'm going to use that time to transition over to the new platform. Not only that, but I will have a full-blown website for the podcast. So it will be SpeakLyfeTalks.com. So be on the lookout for that. I'm very excited. This has been some work in the making. It's just going to be an all new facelift. Everything is going to be in one area. And I'm also actually excited because I also have a shop that's coming into play as well. So, and it's going to be called the SpeakLyfe Shop. So I'm excited. I will have merchandise. One step at a time, you guys, just one full step at a time. And yeah, I will have this one website with everything going on, the podcast, the live interviews, as well as my e-commerce commerce store. So please be on the lookout for that. Again, like I said, this upcoming Friday, and the following Friday of the first Friday of the new month, I will not have a show. Okay, so yes, so I'm also telling you guys the next thing. If you're interested on coming onto my platform for an interview, if you would like to be a sponsor, if you would just like to show your support in any way, if you're a podcaster, please, I love networking. I want to build, I want to grow with so many of you. There are some things that I am currently working on. I'm actually working on ambassadors. I actually have my first ambassador in Augusta, Georgia. I'm very excited about that as well. She and I have been going back and forth in communication. There are some things that she would like to do out there that I'm very excited about. So I'm looking to like travel a little bit more often now to Augusta, Georgia, and setting some things up out there. So again, one step at a time. Just to give y'all a little synopsis about SpeakLyfe platform. I was blessed with that title in 2017. It started out as a regular hashtag. Whenever I would see individuals, speaking knowledge or speaking life to other individuals, I would always hashtag SpeakLyfe in them, because this is what we do. As you get older, you do away with all the crazy and the petty stuff. And even in the process, you may still make mistakes. Again, no one is perfect. You still make mistakes. But the point about it all is that you're aware and you don't stay there. At some point you have to realize your elevation requires separation from whom you used to be, and if you don't get that down packed, then you'll be stuck forever. And who wants to be stuck forever, right? So I'm very, very, very excited about that. But yes, if you are interested in being a sponsor, if you're interested in, being on the show, like if you're looking to contribute in any way, let's have a conversation. Let's build and let's grow our networks. I would love to do that, but you can send me an email at speaklyfe@gmail.com. When the website is up and running, I'll have an actual business email. But in the meantime, it is SpeakLyfeTalks@gmail.com. SpeakLyfeTalks@gmail.com. And you could, in the subject, you can put let's work, let's connect, let's collab, whatever you choose to do. And just give me some information about your business and what it is that you do and how you would like to contribute or how we can possibly work together. Because please believe and understand and trust, you're not going to come on my platform and hear you helping me make it happen and, pushing me and think for 1 minute I will not push you. That has never been me. That's never been who I was. That's not who I am. I am always about pushing other people's brands as if it's my own. Because if you believe in your vision just as much as you believe in mine, why would I not give you the same energy, right? Why would I not do that? So yeah, please send your information and send it all to SpeakLyfe Talks at gmail.com. Tonight, I told y'all we was going to have a real conversation, right? A real conversation. I want to have some music playing in the background. Do y'all mind? I know y'all don't mind. So let me just turn it down a little bit. Yeah, I just want to just talk a little bit. Like, it ain't got to be loud. But, yeah, I wanted to have a discussion because where we at in our world? Where we at in our lives? What are we doing? What's being done? What's being accomplished? What's being achieved? Oh, I didn't tell y'all earlier. Make sure y'all follow me everywhere at Just SpeakLyfe. Everywhere at Just SpeakLyfe. That's JUST as in Tom. SpeakLyfe. Y'all see what it is. SpeakLyfe. Let your faith evolve. Yeah, so again, what are we doing with our time? What are we doing with our visions? What are we doing with our plans? What are we doing with our conversations? Y'all got to know how valuable you are. How valuable you are. Do you really know? Or is it just the conversation you're having because it sounds good, you know? Think about it. Tonight, I wanted to come to you with, some drawn out plans in regards to doing the work. I wanted to, have, some inserts or quotes from famous individuals about doing the work. I wanted to do all of those things. And then, I stopped myself and I said, what will it matter? What will it matter that I share all of this great information that's available to everybody? It's not just for me, it's available to everybody. What purpose will it serve to share that information? I'm gonna stop this music because it's not doing what I wanted it to do. It's not giving. The question I wanted to ask was, what purpose would it serve to share that valuable information tonight? At least I'm going to definitely share it, but tonight, we're talking about tonight. We're having a real conversation. This is more so, I wouldn't even say impromptu. This is me talking to you guys while talking to myself. I can never do any of these episodes without first having a conversation with me, or it has to relate to me in some way in order for me to give it to you as authentic and as real as I possibly know how. And that was one of the questions. If you saw the promo, the little promo that I did, I said, we can read all of those self-help books. We can watch all of those powerful videos, and we'll actually read some of those self-help books physically. We'll even go to the extent of, placing affirmation quotes in our homes to remind us of whom we believe ourselves to be, and as good as all of that is, as good as it is, as great as those reminders are, they're nothing without doing the work. And the reason why I chose this topic for tonight is because I found myself in certain areas of my life not doing the work. Not doing the work. Or how about starting and not finishing the work? Or how about starting the work, doing the work, and possibly completing the work, but complaining through the entire process? So, for the moments of me starting and not doing, or wanting to do it and not doing, writing it down and not doing, posting it up and not doing, I had to ask myself a real question, which is the same question I'm going to ask all of y'all. When are we ready to get off our asses and actually do the work? How many self-help books do we really need to read? How many audiobooks do we need to listen to? How many videos do we need to watch? How many times do we allow God to put people in our lives on our path, on our journey, in our path, to remind us that we need to do the work before we actually do the work? I know one of the biggest things that so many of us, including myself, we talk about is procrastination. Procrastination. Now, I'll tell you, procrastination is it's a learned behavior. It's a learned behavior. It was passed down from whomever we grew up around. We saw a lot of it. A lot of us saw more of it than others, you know. So to some people tend to have a balance where others are either, you know, you procrastinate or you don't procrastinate. So I'm speaking to the ones that procrastinate, because I find myself procrastinating a lot. And again, I will never have a conversation about anything on the SpeakLyfe platform if it wasn't the truth and if it wasn't a part of my truth. Because what I need you all to understand in everything that I've spoken on, it all boils down to growth. Growth. And I believe that in order for you guys to acknowledge growth in someone who is aware of their greatness, you have to be able to, you have to be a part of, you have to see that there's, as beautiful as certain areas are, there's so many ugly areas too. And we're not supposed to be, or I won't say supposed to be, we shouldn't be trying to cover it up. We shouldn't be trying to make it, you know, put bows on it to match it. There's no point of sugarcoating ugly shit. Excuse my language, but like I said, tonight is a real conversation. There is no purpose of sugarcoating it. Because why? Why? Why would we mask what our challenges are? When we don't have an audience, we have to deal with it. When we have the audience, we have to deal with it. Why would I shy away from what's real in my life because I'm having a conversation with y'all? That's not real. That's not authentic. That's not, no, we're not doing that. So what would it take for a lot of us to stop procrastinating? Do we have certain things, like, do you actually sit down and actually look at your day-to-day routines about how you go about attacking your goals, whatever it is you choose to do? You know, what triggers, or do you even know your triggers that would put you in a mindset of, like, if you were to just shoot off and boom, 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 you doing it. And then whatever that trigger could be, it could just put you right back in that mindset of feeling less than, or feeling like you'll never complete it, or just anything that will put you in a position to just stop. Do you know your triggers? Are you willing to find out what your triggers are? Are you afraid to talk to someone, like a specialist? And I only ask that because, you know, we have close friends in our circles that give us really, really good advice. Not all of our friends are people that, you know, that are, you know, messy or whatever the case may be. And honestly, I feel like if you got messy friends in your circle, especially at this age, I'll be 39 this year, so I don't have messy friends in my circle. If it ain't about growth, we can crackle and pop and kiki at a lot of crazy stuff, but overall, if nobody is elevating, then there's an issue. Somebody would call me right now. Let me put this phone on pause. But what I'm saying is, if you got people in your circle right now that ain't about that life, you might want to change your circle, baby. And then you might want to make sure that whomever is in your circle, you got to have some people that's doing better than you, because then they're going to challenge you to get up there where they are in your own way or in your own field. Think about that. But yeah, it's not bad to take advice from, your close friends and things of that nature. They're always going to have some good advice from you if you got the right people around you. But even then, sometimes that's just not enough. You got to go a little further in your healing process. You got to seek professional help. You have to look into, it's a little more than them self-help books. Sometimes them words just ain't enough. I'm just going to be honest, y'all. Sometimes them words won't be the it factor to get you through. They'll do really, really great at reminding you. They'll do really great at reminding you, and they'll do really great at putting you or getting you back on your A game. But what else do you have lined up that will assist you and keep you on your A game? And one of the greatest things that I've come across is, having a mentor, having a coach. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people feel like, you got to pay for a lot of those things. Well, yes, you do. You definitely got to pay for other people's knowledge and expertise. But we're living in a time now where, your budget in today's world really doesn't matter as much as you'd like to think. I can remember a point in time where, I felt like, I couldn't get ahead because the money. But money was one of the greatest things I had an issue with, as far as, I'm making it, but it's not as quick as it comes in and goes out, So I realized towards the end of last year and this year, I said, a lot of my struggles that I have with money, it's not because I'm not receiving it, because it's coming in my hands. I'm making good money, but it's not lasting long, or I don't see where the money went, or I don't have anything to show for, and if any of you are paying attention or listening, think about a lot of what we've seen growing up. A lot of the people that were around us that didn't have financial stability or financial awareness, the money was coming in, but it was going out quicker than it was coming in. What they say, they was always talking about burning holes in the pocket, burning a hole in your pocket. Yeah, so those experiences, all of those things that we saw, it did damage. It did a lot of damage. And not only did it do damage to the fact of how we spend the money, it was just overall damage of our relationship with money. A lot of people are looking to gain financial stability, of course, to assist their families and things like that. But you also have to think, what is your relation like with your money? What's the conversation? What does that look like for you? So once you have an understanding of financial literacy for yourself, because that looks different for every individual. Please understand too that everybody is not on the same page with financial literacy. I don't care what you say. It's just too much to learn. It's all about where you are, where you're willing to go, and the information that you will receive, or you're looking to receive when you get it, okay? When you get to that point. But once you have an understanding, you'll know that money comes, money flows. It goes, it comes back. And you can also be smart about how you spend it. So for me, having that understanding, that in-depth understanding, and I'm steady growing and researching and building on it day by day, I've learned that, while there's certain mentors that I require for my life now, but I know that what they're asking for price wise, I'm not there yet. However, they still give out valuable information. And what I choose to do is I look for mentors within that realm or other coaches within that realm at every single level from beginning to expert, because every last one of them had to start at the beginning, right? They all started at the beginning, and somebody eventually became an expert at this. So why not take those? And you can choose as many as you choose. You can do 1, you can do 2, you can do 3, you could do 10, whatever you choose to do. And over the course of time, you just collect that information. And if you're smart enough, you'll realize that they're all saying the same thing at different levels, but you can literally piece that free game together. You can piece that free game together and build off of that understanding. Now, sure enough, there are certain seminars or private groups that at a later date you may want to join. And again, you may have to pay a little bit more to get that information. But while it's free and while it's available, I advise you to tap into it. Tap into it. Tap into it. Tap into those that are around you that you actually see doing the work. Tap into them. And instead of getting jealous or being mad or envious, ask questions. Ask them questions. Even if they reject you and say no, even if they tell you no, I guarantee you, and at least I'll say this for me, when I've asked questions, and believe me, I've been asking questions for a very long time, and all the rejection I've received, it has still not stopped me from getting the answer. Because for one, I really believe that what one person won't do, another person will. And I've also understood that, you have to be aware of what your conversation is in the asking. Sometimes you may be asking a person, you may see someone that, you look up to, you be excited, whatever the case may be. You may blurt the question out that just wasn't the right time, and you may make them feel uncomfortable or whatever the case may be, whatever it is, it's okay. It happens. It happens. It's just because you're excited. You want to know. We all want to know. You know what I'm saying? But over the course of time, you'll understand that your mistakes are literally the pivoting points to assist you in crafting what it is that it crafts what it is that you're looking to do or ask or achieve or receive. You literally construct who you are in the process of your growth, of doing the work. You're doing the work. That's the work. You're doing it. You're putting yourself out there. You're letting people know that I want this change. I want this change. I'm not specifically sure how to go about getting it, but I know that it's meant for me. And I know that if I'm in this room, it's meant for me to have. It's meant for me to have. So how do I get it? What do I need to do to go about getting it? Who should I be looking at? Who should I be talking to? It's easier than people make it out to be. I'm telling you, I'm living proof. I'm a witness to it. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I personally feel that a lot of times we don't do the work. The work is not being done because we don't want to do it. The work isn't done because we don't want to do it. We're not sugarcoating. We're not even going to make this sound sweet. Nah, it's because we don't want to do it. Think about this. Think about this for a minute. You have an idea. And I've seen this being shared on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. On Reels predominantly. You have a business idea. You'll literally sit there and you'll plan it out to the T. You'll know what you want to do. You'll know what it look like. You'll even go as far as creating the visuals if you know how to do that stuff by hand, right? You'll share it with a close best friend. she pump you up and she excited, blah, 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 blah. It's all sounding good and everything. You planning to, actually do a prototype of whatever it is you're planning. Then boom, somebody else is doing the exact same thing you're doing. Boom, you found another one doing the exact same thing you're doing. Before you know it, it's a plethora of individuals doing the exact same thing you're doing. And what's the first thing you'll choose to do? And I'm only saying this because I did this myself. I've done it myself. Well, I can't even do it now because they doing it, but they doing it like this and they doing it like that and it's looking like this and they got a whole bunch of followers. Or how about this? Because I've said this right here. Man, I don't even want to do it because the market is oversaturated. It's oversaturated and, everybody doing the same thing. But who's doing it like you? Answer that question. Who had the prototype like you? Who had the vision like you? Who had the idea like you? Who had the passion like you? Who had the urge and the desire like you? I'm going to tell y'all something. Me having this conversation with you is riling me up because, again, it's all about realness. It's all about authenticity. It's all about the growth at the end of it. I'm speaking life into y'all, but I'm speaking life into myself as well. This is a reminder to keep going, Jackie. Keep going. I can't stop. There are people, whether I want to see it or not, that are looking, that are waiting, that are in need of what I have. So I have to fight through what I'm going through because this isn't for me. This isn't for me. I'm just the vessel. And if I don't do what I need to do, I'm being selfish. I'm being selfish. If I don't take care of this vessel, I'm being selfish. If I don't follow through and have these shows to have these conversations, I'm being selfish. If I don't uplift, if I don't speak to the individuals that God puts on my heart to speak to in those very moments, I'm being selfish. I'm allowing my flesh to intervene and I am allowing myself to disregard the work that has to be done. It has to be done. So I ask you again, are you really ready to do the work? Because when you're really ready, it requires you to move you out the way. It requires you to go an extra step. It requires you to put yourself in a position to win. It requires you to do away with the naysayers, the negative talk back. It reminds you to separate your new self from your old self. It reminds you to get serious about the shit you're dealing with and make a decision. All of doing the work is just about making a decision. What is that decision going to be? How are you going to go about tackling that decision? This isn't a race, it's a marathon. When are you ready? Are you ready? And will you sustain it once you start? I'm speaking to y'all because I'm speaking to myself. And it can't get no realer than this. We could do all the talking. I could do every podcast. I can talk at every event. I can sing my heart out. I can write all the books. I can write all the songs. I can have all the meetings. None of that will do me no justice if I am not doing the real work. And the real work is making a decision to put myself aside, to heal, so that I can assist in the healing. Accountability runs deeper than, oh, you wrong, or you right, or you. It's knowing that decisions have to be made, even when it goes against the flesh. It's real out here, y'all. It's really real. And the one thing I don't want in this process of doing the work is to lose a soul due to my selfishness, due to me not being authentic with myself first, due to me resenting, ever starting, due to me giving up, due to me half-assing. Y'all don't deserve that. Y'all don't deserve none of that. Because then I could just end this right here, right now. I am the SpeakLyfe advocate. I was blessed with that in 2017. But I didn't really grasp onto it and its foundation until the end of last year, once I realized how serious this is. Because the more that God has been opening me to receive and understand my calling and really understand my voice and how I am to navigate this world while I'm here to assist you all in your healing. Oh, talk about the pipe down. Pipe down. I had to pipe down on a lot of things. I've had to really get real in my spirit about a lot of things, because my transition is something different that I would have never imagined or expected. I came into this industry singing my heart out, singing all kinds of songs, all kind of music, you know. But I thought that was, you know, my one way in to do everything that I wanted to do. And as much as I enjoy singing and as much as I enjoy captivating crowds with my vocals, I feel so much, I have a deeper self-love, a deeper appreciation for life and God. Just speaking, just having these conversations. It's so healing to be at this level of my life that I can talk to you. And I can talk to you because as I'm talking to you, I'm affirming things that I've prayed for within myself to God. And my connection has been getting deeper. And I really desire to assist in the healing of so many across the world. I don't know if this is going to be, it's not going to be the only platform. I already know that. I literally have a list that God has blessed me with at home of everything under the SpeakLyfe brand that's about to take place in my life. I know that I can't do it myself, but I know this right here is the starting point. And all of this that we're doing right now started out as a conversation. It started out as a hashtag. It started out as being gifted the title, the SpeakLyfe advocate. It started out as, you should do it. You have a radio voice, or you should do it. People need to hear you. People would love to listen to you. And again, I had so many reasons to not do it. But look, here we are. Here we are. I was scared. I was afraid. I didn't know if I was going to say the right things or what it would sound like, what I would start. I'm going to tell y'all now. Y'all go back to the very first episode that I've ever done for the SpeakLyfe Talks podcast up until now. And you tell me about my growth. You tell me about my growth, because those first couple of, I think it's 19 episodes, Those first 19 episodes, I was all over the place. I'm just going to be honest. I was all over. I had put it out there that I was going to do it. And you know, once you put something out there, you're accountable. You're accountable because now you got to do it. And I was doing it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every Monday and Wednesday. And when I tell you that tired me out, and my goal, I was planning on doing that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 2 hours. Child, bye. No, sir, no, ma'am. You know, I had to be realistic in my time schedule and what I could give. And I knew I couldn't give too much of that. I literally burned myself out. So I had to take a break, but I knew I was going to come back. But I knew also that I was going to come back different. And I'm grateful to have come back a year later with a deeper connection, a better connection to the source, a deeper relationship with myself, still growing, still building, still elevating, and so many listeners, whether it's 5 or still just me. It's so healing to know that somebody's life somewhere out there is changing. Someone is actually going a step further in believing in themselves. Somebody out there is after tonight's show is ready to do the work because of one decision. One decision. You either do it or you don't. You either do it or you don't. Stop wasting your time. Stop overlooking yourself. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop waiting for that moment. That moment may never come. You have to create that moment. Be that moment. Live in that moment when you do make it happen. Build your momentum. However long it take, let it go. Let it be. Let it be. But stop waitlisting yourself. Your greatness requires you. Your greatness requires you. Your elevation of yourself, of your new self, requires separation from your old self. Challenge yourself to go harder each day. And if you can have faith of a mustard seed, imagine what you can do if you start accomplishing small. It's not about nobody else. It's not about nobody else's input, especially nobody's input that ain't did nothing with their life. They could tell you all day what ain't gonna work, but that's only because it didn't work for them. That has nothing to do with you. Don't subscribe to that. That's my word this year. I do not subscribe to that. Has nothing to do with me. Doesn't fit my purpose. It doesn't mesh with my spirit, so I'm good. Stop waitlisting you. It's time to do the work. Read the book. Watch the video. Listen to the audio. Post the quotes. Do all of those great things because they're still aids to you being a better you. But it will be nothing without you taking the risk on yourself and doing the work. I am the one, the only one, Jackie B, the SpeakLyfe advocate, the conduit between you and the source. I thank you for yet another fulfilling episode on tonight, and I guarantee you, I'm telling y'all, it's getting better and better and better. Each episode, I feel it, y'all feel it, we all feel it. And I just want to tell y'all, like I always tell y'all, remember to speak life into yourself and others, but most importantly, remember to speak life into yourself first. Because if you don't believe in what you're saying, how can you expect anyone else to believe it? I love y'all. Good night. Make sure y'all follow me everywhere at Just Speak Life.
Moment of truth, yeah. speak life, let it live outside of you. Yeah. Don't be afraid, no, don't create excuse. Because what God has for